go. What we got here, young Ren?
Do you believe it's morning?
Yo, is this another country joint?
Alive, but that's the last thing you know.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Dom Wannabe, back in the house once again. Bro, this is kind of a banger. The way
It's starting out kind of hot.
I mean, you said country, but it's that vibe, that bop to it, though.
Yeah, the country bop.
It's not a country bop. That's
The
like a
hook
hip-hop
reminded me
bop.
of country. The hook.
Yeah.
And it I guess it's the picture because me and you reacted to, what was that song, Hold On?
Yeah.
So I was kind of leaning into that vibe. Like, is that the vibe we're about to get here?
I don't know. It just sounds like a ill sample.
Yeah, no, it's hard.
The dope little drum line
I
attached.
miss the excitement when we were young, going to Bass Jace for beats and hearing samples for the first time and, like, hearing beats and just, like, being like, yo, yeah.
Or just listening to him. I remember we sampled the Gladiator soundtrack. And we came in, we were all like, we've got to use this. We were just so young and dumb. Nut sacks
those were the
full,
good old days.
You know what I'm
Those were
saying?
the good old
Nut sacks
days.
full of testosterone.
I really miss, honestly.
On my signal, unleash hell. That's what we were on.
I always wished he wasn't so, like, with the hunted percent. I
Yeah.
wish I had all of the songs in my possession, could bump them, listen, you know what I mean? Because I admit, like, there's so much history, but it is what it is, man. That's dope. That's what the sample reminded me of. It reminded me of something actually Blizz did to a REN sample. Or like, anyways, let's get into this, you guys. We're just jocking, walking, talking. I don't know. Anyways, you guys like, sharing, comments on all the content. If you rock with the vibe, subscribe. Here we go.
40-year-old
What?
boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old
What?
boys
What?
are back in town.
What?
The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
40.
All right, you guys, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Before that, don't forget to support the original content on the channel. Now, typically I do a promo ad, but I'm just going to promote this right now. We just did an interview with the father of freestyle, MC Supernatural. If you're not familiar with him, he is like the original freestyle rapper off the top of the brain that really polished a bunch of really fresh routines and took it on the road. It dates as far back as Biggie. Like, he knew Biggie. He was on a record label with Busta Rhymes, Vintage with MC Light, DOS FX, I think. I mean, it's incredible, but depending on when you see this, that interview is out. And if you guys support the original content we produce, we're able to produce more of it. And that one was really special to me in his heart because we grew up freestyle battle rapping and rapping at house parties. And MC Supernatural was someone we looked up to forever. It was always MC Supernatural. For me, it was MC Juice and Idea. And to literally have the father of freestyle on the channel, so cool. So if you guys get a chance to check out that interview when it drops, it would just mean so much to us to support it. And if you like hip-hop history, it is sprinkled with so many gems. I actually believe anyone who watches it'll enjoy it.
Absolutely.
We kick freestyles. There's hip-hop history. He addresses things that have never been addressed publicly, like his battle with Proof, Eminem's Hype Man Proof, Best Friend Proof. Like, it's really cool. We got the skinny on that one. So, sorry, long spiel, but check that out if you get a chance. And let's dive into this. This is REN, Do You Believe? Now, this is off the heels. REN is about to drop Money
some
Game 3
reason,
and his new album.
That Cher song just is popping in my head.
Which one?
Do you believe in
Yeah.
life after love? Isn't that her?
Yeah, I think so. I've heard that song just in like an elevator. You know what I
All
mean?
right, Ren, wipe that song out of my head, please.
All right, let's get it, you guys. Don't forget to support your boy Ren. I'll put the links in the description. Pre-order his album. Let's get him up there and let's keep moving. Ren, Do You Believe? Here we go. That looks like real rain on a picture. That's kind of wild.
Do You believe it's morning. I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning. I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Dear future self, I hope you're in good health. I'm writing cause I'm frightened, I've been fighting with myself. I wake up in the morning, rain is pouring, but I don't mean outside. I mean a storm is roaring in the corners deep in my mind. And I've been phoning my friends for advice to break the ice. How are you? Yeah, I'm nice. Actually, I'm fucking sore inside. I'm borderline suicide, but I'm really trying to try and shine in this dark, dark life of mine. The film Life of Brian, I watched it 50 times because I'm always searching for the brighter side of life. And maybe one day those thoughts will pay off, but till then, my future self, I'm feeling lost. Ha.
You believe it's morning. I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
All right, this is a bop.
It is a bop.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it reminds me of like some old school like hip hop type of vibe, just because not necessarily because it's different, because this is a different type of sample than most artists would use, but just when you find that banger sample, and you got a winner.
So I was gonna say this before I even saw that. This was uploaded 7 years ago, and I was gonna say this is a younger REN and not as polished. Like he's super polished. Like even the sound that I'm hearing, this actually reminds me of going back in our catalog and listening to certain things where you can feel it. But I didn't want to say it before I looked, but that's what I was getting from here. But it's so refreshing too. Yeah. And it's like, it's so interesting too. I wonder if he ever goes back and listens to this because he was writing to his future self and seeing where he's at now and being like, wow, I have
always look on the bright side of life. Did you? Have you watched that movie?
No. That's the Brighton movie he's talking about?
The Life of Brian.
Brian? Oh, I thought he said The Life of Brighton.
No, Life of Brian.
Oh.
Bro, you don't mess with Monty Python like that?
No, not like that, no.
You gotta go. You got. You got to go study your history, bro.
I was watching Kung Fu flicks, bro.
It's been forever since I saw it, but that song always sometimes I'll just sing it.
So that's why he's saying he watches it because it uplifts his spirit.
Because there's a song where he's just like walking around and he's all always look on the bright side of life, and he starts whistling.
That's hilarious, and that's very true. We just talked about this in our Tom McDonald reaction.
It's the story of like Jesus. It's been forever since I watched it, but it's just like a normal guy.
Yeah.
And they start calling them the Messiah. And then he's like, no, I'm just Brian. I'm just like a normal dude. And they're like, see, he doesn't even want to be the Messiah. And
that makes him the Messiah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious. Yo, that's wild. Okay, that's tight, man. That's cool.
Bro, they were ahead of their time. I got some clips to show you that you'll be like,
let's go. All right, REN, do you believe? Let's go.
That's the last thing on my mind.
This is a vibe, bro. And it's like cold outside. It's like the perfect mood. The perfect mood music right now.
That's the last thing on my mind.
Dear future self, why am I unwell? Will I ever find a way to climb right out this hell? Will I ever find a way to leave my demons? Find the breath to keep me breathing? Find the hope to keep believing? Find a way out, huh? Cause something funny happens when you're always sick. When you wake up every day praying that they might be it. That you might turn a corner into life or into death. Cause you hate that state of limbo, cause you hate that state of stress. And many lessons I have learned being burned by the fires of depression as they scorch up my earth. I have learned that I'm stronger than I ever thought I was. Cause I'm still here and breathing, my heart's beating blood, but I'm a paradox. I feel so alone, yet I isolate myself. It's no one's fault but my own. Heart is broken cause of the friends that I've had who have died. Heart is broken cause I've been sick for a third of my life. Heart is broken cause we live on a planet that values money more than lives, and we're damaging that planet that we need to survive. My broken heart, it breaks every time I feel the brakes on my brain when it aches. Bringing the bruises back to faith, feeding my demons while they wait. Ask my angels why forsake, have faith. Take away this pain in my brain and bring the rain on my soul. Future self, could you pull me out this hole?
You believe it's more.
Yo, he's going ham, and it's funny because he's had these thoughts a long time, and now that he's maturing too, like you see everything unfolding, and it's, man, I honestly, this is a great interview question. Like on your song, do you believe, you talking to your future self, Tell me what your future self is saying to the Ren who wrote Do You Believe?
Or he needs to do a follow-up.
Yeah.
Where he
I did
answers
believe,
that.
or I
Yep.
didn't believe.
Or I know.
I know.
Now I know.
Yep.
Yeah, it is interesting to watch the journey of an artist, right? Like struggle with these topics over the course of like almost a decade now, you know? And it's, yeah, I mean, to see the growth too and the ability to express it in a different manner now than at that time. And then also to just see like somebody's worldview that's been consistent, that they're like continuing to, you know, evolve in their messaging, but also be able to express that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's incredible to see. And, you know, I mean, we're already biased to Ren on the channel, you know.
To me, it's awesome because you're getting to see the growth of an artist, and it's super inspiring because what I get from it is like, don't let go, don't give up, just keep pushing. Because if you listen to this, and like you said, it's not as polished as what he's doing now, and he's just taken everything from the visuals to his music ability to a different level. And in the midst of that, he was dealing with this sickness and this illness. And for me personally, I know that I can always come up with the reason. Like I've been dealing with it a lot lately because just work's been crazy. So I'll come home and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to spend time on this creative endeavor or on the freestyle practice, right? And then I'll take a moment and be like, and I'll think about people like Ren. I'll think about Ren and be like, oh, what would Ren do? He felt like shit. Yep. You know, and he's still making music. Or I'll think of somebody like David Goggins and be like, bitch, so what? Yeah. Somebody's got to carry the log. You know what I mean? Like, just, you got to push.
Yeah. No, that's wild. I don't know why. I just got in my mind for a second. I was just thinking, we have to sit down in person with Ren and do an interview.
Absolutely.
And I was thinking, if we can't get him to come to Colorado, his next trip to California, we pack up our mobile gear. We drive to California, we get an Airbnb, and we do an interview. Mm-hmm. And we got to have some type of jam session, freestyle session.
Yep.
It would just be crazy. It'd be off the walls. Honestly, there's a part of me that's like, yo, fly Joey out for some extra too, like just to have a crazy interactive weekend. That'd be so lit. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's just what I was just thinking about.
FUQ Boys road trip.
Having these type of conversations, to me, are more important than even like an interview like, hi, how's the music? How did Sick Boy go platinum? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I want to, like, this is an incredible song to really have a deep conversation about, like, just, hey, where are you at now? You know?
He's a great conversationalist. He's got a good vibe, and that was over Zoom. So if we were in the same room with them, especially if we didn't have like a time frame, like where we could just be like, hey man, you got like 2 or 3 hours, let's just build. That would be just amazing. Cause he's one of those people that I could just like, you know, I could see just going on some crazy, like imaginative, just like interesting convos just about life, about, you know, creativity, about the direction of society.
I almost did a spoiler alert. I'll tell you off camera. How to give him flowers next time. Anyways, all right, let's get into this. Ren, Do You Believe?
Take away this pain in my brain and bring the rain on my soul. Future self, could you pull me out this hole?
Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
Yeah, this sounds like a country hook, though, like
You
from a country song.
believe it's morning.
Like sampled it from
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I was going to say Dolly.
But that's the last thing
Whenever
on
I say
my
her name, I
mind.
think of 2 other things.
Of course you do.
Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning? I'm alive, that's the last thing on my mind.
Something about that that's melancholy and happy. Like, I just feel satisfied, pause, from listening to this. It's the day. It's
That's
like,
because you were thinking
it's
about Dolly Parton and motorboating.
No, definitely wasn't. But out that window and this visual, it's like so similar. Like, it's just like, you know, I know this is sound. I don't know why I'm even saying this on camera right now because it's so corny. But there's something about the weather changing, the seasons changing. And we have a day of fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when it's fall, I get into this weird zone where I love to get like pho, like Vietnamese food. So I like to get the soup pho, then the rice plate with beef, and watch Japanese and kung fu flicks and play music like this. Like, it's just weird. Like, I know it's corny, but like there's a part of me that feels like in that moment, I know I'm eating Vietnamese food, but I feel Japanese. Like, I feel like I'm Chinese. Then I feel American.
I was like, where's he going with
I don't
this?
know.
Why
It's
is this
weird.
corny?
It's just moods. There's moods I go through. And
Bro,
there's
we are
days.
so different. You know what I think about this time of year?
What? Hoes.
No.
The hoes you don't got.
I think about death.
Oh, no, stop.
Yes.
What the? I don't want to hear that.
I do, but it's like a beautiful thought. Like, it's like I think about the ending of summer. I think about the plants dying. I think about the fact that I'm another year older and another summer has passed. I think about, and it is like an emotional time of year for me because, you know, those stir up emotions, but it's like a bittersweet type of feeling because I think about life and you know how precious it is. And it's like, you know, things are dying and it's like a change of the season. It's a new season of my life. You know, and it's like,
it's so weird.
And I become reflective. I start reflecting like on my life, on the choices I've made, on like the direction of my life. So I always get very emotional this time of year, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I mean, those are, you know, deep, you know, conversations. They can be depressing, I guess, but it's also just like it's the cycle of life.
It's weird because we are totally opposite. I actually think about death all the time. All year round, all the time, you know, all the time. Like, it's just weird. Like, I always think, anyways. But when winter comes, I think of my family and the fireplace and eating meals with my family and snuggling with my wife. And that's what I think of
that's why I'm saying
winter,
it's bittersweet,
you know?
Because to me, there's a certain sadness that comes along with this season, but then it's also like there's a certain feeling of joy because that's what I think about too. I think about snuggling up with my family. I think about
the holidays.
I think about gathering with my family and cooking for them and Christmas. And, you know, I think about beef Wellington. You know what beef Wellington is?
Yes.
Bro, I tried to make one.
I had it for the first time at Carlos Bistro. Fire.
Okay, so I tried to make one a couple of years, but they gave me the wrong cut. And long story short, I was thinking about it because like, oh, this year I'm going to get it right. Serve it to my family.
Speaking of that, let's get off this one because we can talk about this off camera, but Chef B. West wants to come out here. He wants to fly out here and do some type of chef challenge. And I was like, bro, like you and him battle, like to cook something.
I have ideas.
And like eat food challenges. And I was like, bro,
I think we should battle. But then the other thing that I want to do is I want to do a secret chef thing where we have like a little secret kitchen on the street, like in a tent, and people are just walking by and we're like, hey, are you guys on a date night?
Yeah.
What if we served you dinner? Like, wouldn't that be epic? And it's like a little tent, or even like we rent a little room, like on Broadway, like in Denver, where people are just walking.
Yeah.
Because there's all kinds of shops that are kind of closed down. And just for one night, had a little restaurant.
Yeah. If Denver PD don't stunt on your boys and the transients aren't too crazy.
That's what's fucked up, bro, is that you could just be on the street cooking METH.
Shanked up.
Method Man. You could be on the street cooking Method Man. But if we try to serve up some food, they might hit us with a ticket.
Crazy. Denver's
I'm sorry.
crazy. I do not mess with Denver, bro. It's wild. Like the transient situation is off the chain. But anyways, what I was going to say is this would be epic. If we did something kind of like that, maybe in spring. There's transients everywhere in Colorado now. We're falling apart. But you both cook. And then it's like, which one's better to like an audience? And if you took a couple W's on some steak, bro, against a chef for real,
yeah,
you better practice, MFer, man. Step your game up. All right, you guys, we're gonna talk off camera about all this stuff. Ren does it again. Do you believe? I really enjoyed this song. Did we play it to the very end? Oh yeah, we did. I just brought it back, bro. This dude is incredible, and it's so fun to go in the back catalog and get jump offs like this.
Yeah.
But we're running low, man. Like me and you. Well, I've almost reacted to everything there is, Ren. There's a couple joints. Like there's this one everyone wants us to react to. It's like him and Sam are performing something, and I guess like a car attendant. It's titled Mad Car Attendant or something, and so they must have get in trouble, I'm guessing, while it's live. But it's a joint I've already seen, so I haven't been like, God, you know what I mean? I don't, like, I really come for the music, man, because I really enjoy the music. And I'm not saying I wouldn't ever react to that, but dude, like all things Ren, like I've been down the rabbit hole, pause, like for real. Like I've reacted to his group Trick the Fox. Have you ever heard any of their stuff? When he was like young and got signed to Sony. Like I'm just like I really enjoy the music, so it's like not that you don't, but yeah, the rabbit hole's getting much smaller. I'm getting close to the end until he starts dropping.
Get him on the phone.
You know what I'm saying?
Put out some more content.
Dude, Ren, you only put out 300 songs.
We need 500.
Dang it.
Step your game up, homie.
You guys like, share, and comment on all the content. If you rock with the vibe, subscribe. You know what it is. 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ.